Hello everyone, this is Sumit Kumar, and what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to solve IITJAM 2018 question paper, particularly in calculus section. You know, calculus, it's a very easy subject, and it's most scoring in IITJAM. If your pure mathematics is not so good, and if you are good enough in calculus, maybe you will score decent, right? Your score will be very decent. Around 200-300 rank you will easily get if your calculus is very good. But having said that, if your pure section is very good, then there is no one can stop you getting the single digit rank. And forget the rank, I mean, you will be very happy while doing mathematics. Okay, so ultimate goal is to be happy while doing mathematics, right? So that's what I'm going to do in this particular question. This question asked in 2018 IITJAM. And it's very important if you are going to write 2019. This kind of questions has a trend in asking in all exams. ठीक है? तो चलो उसको देखते हैं कि how one should do this kind of problems. ठीक है? So this question is important in 2000 this coming IITJAM, and also important in GATE, right? So if you are doing the GATE, this is also important because GATE has that notion of several variables. And as well as net as well. In net section also it's important. So I think the tangent plane to the surface this. So the tangent plane to the surface this at the point this is given by this. ठीक है ना? तो पूछा जा रहा है बहुत simple question कि what is the equation of the tangent plane to this surface at this point? क्या होगा? So what they are asking, equation of the tangent plane. So tangent plane. First you should know what do you mean by plane. First you should know that, and then you should have some notion of tangency. What do you mean by tangent? In two variable, do I get that feel of tangent? If I not, then I go back, I learn the tangent concept, then I'll come back. Then what is the relation with it in R3, in third variable? What do you mean by tangents? So वो सब चीजें बहुत important है, right? So how one should do these kind of problems, right? So how one should approach this kind of problem, because these are the very easy sections, right? So let me solve this, how one should do. So solution, I always start how to think, how to approach this kind of problems, right? So let me recall some basic facts. What are those recalling fraction? So just recall, what do you mean by tangent plane? Okay? So there are two technical terms here. First is tangent and another is plane. So tangent plane is nothing but a special kind of plane to a surface, right? So you have a surface, some crazy surface, and at a point you are looking for some plane with just touching. That's called a tangent, right? You have some crazy surface and that you have a plane which is going to touch that surface at a certain point. If something is going to happen, if that thing is going to happen, then we call it tangent plane. You know, so these are the literal meaning you should know. You should have some feel about the subject. Then you are able to answer, right? So this is the basic goal. You should recall. So tangency, we have already studied this kind of stuff in 12th level or 11th level, whatever. We have already done in 11th, 12th level, or while doing any basic course on calculus or one variable or whatever. Okay? So this thing you should know. So let me recall. And what do you mean by the plane? What do you mean by the plane? So plane you should also know. To determine the equation of a plane, you need a point, you need a normal, right? So these are the certain stuff you should know. So these are very easy section. These are the 11th standard mathematics or 12th standard. You should read what do you mean by the plane. Okay? But anyway, I will not go to the details. I leave this thing as an exercise. You should go ahead and get the feel of what do you mean by tangent and plane. These are, see, in IITJAM they are not going to ask you to define tangent plane, right? No one can ask you. But you should ask yourself, what do you mean by this? It's very important. Okay? So now, let me write that. So what do you mean by the equation of plane? So recall, if z equal to fxy, if this is the surface, then equation of tangent plane at x naught y naught. ठीक है? So the equation of the tangent plane at this point on S, ठीक है ना? On S at x naught y naught, at x naught y naught z naught is z minus z naught, ठीक है? Z minus z naught is equal to, what is that? Fx at this point, x naught y naught, x minus x naught plus fy x naught y naught, y minus y. So this is the equation of the tangent plane. ठीक है? So if z is equal to this surface, if z equal to fxy is your surface, then equation of the tangent plane at this point on the surface S. What is the surface S? S is the surface given by this equation. ठीक है? Surface. So at this point is nothing but z minus z naught is equal to partial derivative of f at x at the point x naught y naught, because we are dealing with the two variable here. F is a function of two variable x naught y naught, and then x minus x naught plus fy partial derivative of f with respect to y at the point this, and then multiplied by y minus y naught. So this is the equation of tangent plane. You can also verify, you can also prove that. So you know derivatives equation of the line. What is the equation of line? Y minus y naught equal to dy by dx at x minus x naught. That's exactly that. If you deal with one variable, this is the question. If you are dealing with two variables, then this is the answer. Okay? So this is the way to do this kind of problems. Now thing is very simple. Now write that ability, right? So using this here, what is here? Here fxy is root over x square plus 3x square, right? And what is my point P naught? P naught is nothing but 1, 1, 2. So this is your point. So partial derivative at 1, 1 is partial derivative at this point. So if you differentiate this with respect to x, we are treating. So this is nothing but 2 root over x square plus 3y square, and the derivative of x square 2x at the point 1, 1, right? So this is it. Put that value, what you are getting, 2 gets cancelled, so 1 over 1 plus 4, that's nothing but 1 upon 2. Okay? So this is the partial derivative of f at the point this, right? Fine. So it's very easy, right? What is the partial derivative of y at the point 1, 1? Partial derivative of y, you should differentiate this while treating x as constant. So what is the derivative of this? Root x derivative 1 upon 2 x square plus 3y square. And what is the derivative of 3y square? This is nothing but 6y. At what point you are evaluating? At 1, 1. So this is nothing but this is 3 upon 4. So this is 3 by 2. So this is all we got. The partial derivative at this, partial derivative of with respect to y at this. Now everything I have to plug to the definition and we will get the result. So what is our result? Okay. Now I am going to erase this. Okay. Therefore the tangent plane to the surface, z equal to this at 1, 1, 2 is, what is that? Z minus z naught is equal to partial derivative at this, that's I evaluated 2 x minus x naught plus that's I evaluated 3 upon 2 y minus y. Correct? So this is now do the cross multiplication, i.e. do this. So this is 2z minus 4 is equal to x minus 1 plus 3 y minus 1. Now do this little bit calculation. This is x plus 3y minus 2z, right? So this is minus 3 minus 4, this gets cancelled. So this is the equation of the tangent. So x plus 3y minus 2z is equal to 0. So x plus 3y minus 2z is equal to 0. So this is the answer, you know. That's a simple question, you know. You don't have to use the brain, in fact, in calculus. The brain part should be used in pure mathematics. Not here. There is no how clever you are, how good your calculation is. That's all in calculus. Nothing. You don't have to use your brain. For the brain part, you have to use an algebra, real, and that's not so easy. You know that. So this is the way to do these kind of easy problems. There are many more problems. You know, in one video I can't solve all problems, but this is the way to approach these kind of problems. If your basics are not good, don't worry. Follow any standard book and go through it. Even though you feel difficulty, something is written. The crash course is going to start from 16 September for IITJAM, and you guys are most welcome. Okay. So thank you for watching my videos. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much.